Internships and jobs in the USA. Many individuals aspire to study abroad, but the application procedure for international colleges is arduous. One must not only devote the maximum amount of time to preparing all the necessary paperwork but also be financially prepared for the associated expenses. One's own funds can only cover specific fees, including tuition and living costs. The remaining students are supported by family, college loans, scholarships, part-time employment, and internships. For this reason, many students in the United States choose part-time employment as soon as the semesters begin. In addition to this, several colleges provide internship programs for senior year students. This helps students with their everyday expenditures and allows them to obtain practical experience. Post-study work. Depending on your subject of study, you can begin working upon completing your course. The most popular job sectors in the United States include technology, healthcare, and information technology. Before you may begin working full-time in the United States, you must get a post-study work visa. The length of your stay will range from 12 to 24 months based on the topic of study or profession you get. For example, STEM studies can result in a work visa extension of up to 24 months. Part-time job. A student can choose between essentially two forms of part-time employment. The first category is campus jobs, followed by off-campus jobs. Campus jobs consist of professions such as library monitor, teaching assistant, tour guide, and peer tutor. This employment is customized to student visa rules, and students can handle them alongside their studies because they are on campus. An off-campus part-time job is only permitted if your program credits and/or university permitted. These positions include waiters and bartenders, shop employees, warehouse workers, and call center phone operators. Read about the 10 most common part-time campus jobs for students in the United States to learn about the available campus employment possibilities. If you are uncertain about which part-time work to choose, read how to find the ideal student part-time job abroad. Internships. Students aiming to study in the United States can select from a choice of careers that will help them get started and cover their day-to-day expenditures. Some American institutions provide internship or cooperative education opportunities to all students. You are free to pick either option. The primary distinction between a co-op and an internship program is that internships are often completed over the summer or autumn break. In contrast, co-op employment is a multi-term position with variable work schedules based on your coursework and/or your employer's needs. In addition, you can pursue off-campus internships independently, which may boost your overall profile. Working as an international student in the United States. One of the biggest worries for international applicants is that they won't be able to work while they're studying in the US. Can they work as an international student in the United States? Yes, they can work and study at the same time. They can make some extra money and gain experience. But there are still some limits. Rules and laws must be followed to the letter. Only people with F1 and J1 visas are allowed to work. People with an M1 visa can't get a job. There are 3 types of non-immigrant student visas to study in the USA: F1, J1, and M1. Here is a quick look at these 3 types of visas and the requirements for getting a student work visa in the USA. F1 visa. The F1 visa is for students who want to go to school full-time. It is the most popular visa for international students in the US. People with an F1 visa can work part-time on campus or do curricular practical training, which is usually 20 hours or less per week. F1 students can also do optional practical training, OPT, for up to a year after they finish their studies. J1 visa. J1 visa is given to students who need practical training that they can't get in their home country as part of their academic program. The J1 student visa gives the same work options as the F1 visa as long as the exchange visitor program's requirements are met. M1 visa. An M1 visa is for vocational or non-academic training. It is given to a student who wants to go to a vocational or another type of school in the US. Those with an M1 visa are not allowed to work in the US while they are in school. Students with this type of visa must also show proof that they have enough money on hand to pay for tuition and living costs for the whole time they plan to stay. Students should know that F&M visas can be given out up to 120 days before a course starts. But a student can't come to the US earlier than 30 days before the course starts. F1 visa to work in the US. F1 students who have finished at least 1 year of college or university can get work experience, also called practical training. Curriculum practical training, CPT, and optional practical training are two types of practical training, OPT. Most practical training takes place on campus. On-campus jobs can be done inside or outside of the school campus as long as they have something to do with the school. Also, the work done must be related to the curriculum of the school or program. So, having a job on campus doesn't necessarily mean that you only work on school grounds. F1 students can work 20 hours a week while school is in session and full-time during breaks, vacations, and other times when school is not in session. Curricular practical training, CPT. Sponsoring employers set up CPT, which students usually do for credit and to get real-world experience in their field of study.